everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome to. In this video, we are discussing about DHT11, which is a temperature and humidity sensor. So first, we will be discussing on what is the DHT11 sensor, then the physical view of the sensor where we'll have a difference between the module view and the sensor view, and then the pin configuration of the sensor module. Then comes the working principle where you will understand how it works, then specification and also few applications about the sensor. So now let us discuss on introduction of DHT11 sensor. The DHT11 sensor is a basic ultra low cost digital temperature and humidity sensor. It uses a capacitive humidity sensor and a thermistor to measure the surrounding air. It spits out a digital signal on the data pin where no analog input pins are needed. It's very simple to use but requires careful timing to grab the data. The only thing in this sensor is you can get new data from it at every 2 seconds. So now here we will have a look at the physical view. I will show you what is the difference between DHT11 sensor and DHT11 sensor module. DHT11 sensor can either be purchased as a sensor or as a module. Either way, the performance of sensor is same. The sensor view, which you can see, will come as a 4-pin package, out of which only 3 pins will be used, whereas the module will come with 3 pins as shown here. The only difference between the sensor and module is that the module will have a filtering capacitor and pull-up resistor inbuilt, and for the sensor you have to use them externally if it is required according to your project. In this, I'll just let you know the pin configuration of both the sensor view and the module view of DHT11. As we had already seen the physical difference of both, here with the sensor view or the sensor DHT11 has 4 pins. First is ground, which is connected to the ground of the circuit. Then comes NC, no connection, and hence it is not at all used. Then comes the signal pin or the data pin, which outputs both temperature and humidity through serial data. Then comes the VCC, where power supply of 3.5 volts to 5.5 volts can be given. Then with the module view, as told before, it is a 3-pin module. So first comes the ground, which is connected to the ground of the circuit. Then comes the signal or data pin, which outputs the temperature and humidity both through serial data. And then comes VCC, where we can give 3.5 volts to 5.5 volts. Okay, now let's see how these sensors actually work. They consist of a humidity sensing component, a NTC temperature sensor, or as I told you, a thermistor, and an IC on the back side of the sensor. For measuring humidity, they use the humidity sensing component, which has 2 electrodes with moisture holding substrate between them. These electrodes have soldering pad where it is used for soldering purposes. So, as the humidity changes, that is, the conductivity of the substrate changes, or in an easy manner, we can say the resistance between these electrodes changes. This change in resistance is measured and processed by the IC, which is there behind the module, makes it ready to be read by a microcontroller. The thermistor is actually a variable resistor that changes its resistance with change of the temperature. These sensors are made of semiconducting materials like ceramics or polymers in order to provide large changes in the resistance with respect to small changes in temperature. The term NTC, which means negative temperature coefficient, that resistance decreases with increase of the temperature. Let me just tell you few specifications of DHT11 sensor. The operating voltage of the module is 3.5 volts to 5.5 volts. Then comes the operating current, where 0.3 milliamps is used for measuring, and for standby we can use 60 microamps. Then the output given by the module is in serial manner. Then the temperature range of this module is 0 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Humidity range is 20% to 90%, and then the resolution of this module is 16-bit. Accuracy of this module, where the accuracy which we can expect is plus or minus 1 degree Celsius, and with the percentage it is plus or minus 1%. Then comes the applications of the sensor, where we all know it is used for measuring the temperature and humidity. Then we can use it for local weather stations which are present for monitoring of the weather. Then comes automatic climate control. If there is any change in the climate, we can have, or we can use this module for some kind of controlling of the climate, or where we can give a signaling for the climate change. And then environment monitoring, as I told you, if there is any change in the climate or environment or the surroundings ambience, we can use it for monitoring purpose also. So hope you understood about DHT11 sensor and the difference of the module and the sensor. If you have any queries, drop a mail to info@pincore.in or reach us on 9686963065. To become a volunteer member, try to drop down to below location. So thank you for watching and stay tuned till next session.